always laugh. I'll be having a bad day in business and I'll be whinging to my husband like, "Oh my God, nothing I'm doing is working." And he's like, "Well, okay, so how did you go last month? What are we at for the year?" And I'll say it and he's like, "Oh, so it's not bad at all." You know?
I always say your husband isn't your business coach because I
Yeah.
feel like, women do come with a very emotional approach. And I always say when emotion's high, intelligence is low. And so to
Yeah.
like have that rant and then step back out of it and look at it, yeah, from a subjective point of view. And it is so hard because it is so easy to get wrapped up in everything else consumed around us to compare and, all those things. So yeah, it is hard.
Oh, totally. And even like, you'll just see someone will make an off the cuff comment to you, like a family member or someone on social media. And it's so easy to just get like to derail your whole day or your whole business idea or product launch or whatever it might be. But it's like, that's kind of where I think that the systems and the data and the numbers set you free,
Yeah.
because you can go, cool, I can put all that to the side because that I might have got that nasty comment on Instagram, but I'm actually still making sales and people actually love what I do and I am solving a real problem.
Yeah, totally agree. I think that's probably one of the big things I've learned in business is like not listening to that outside noise because
Mhm.
it does derail you. And exactly like you said, if you know those things, it's empowering you to keep forward and those comments and, seeing someone that might be progressing faster that started at the same time as you, it doesn't become a valuable lesson to you because you're like, well, it's not in my path. So it doesn't matter. What's my goal? Where am I getting to? Well, if that's not part of it, then it doesn't matter. And then when things pop up and you're like, oh, I should jump on this next trend, it's like, no, that's pushing me further away from the goal. Keep going forward. So yeah, it's definitely the systems and the metrics are huge, huge, huge for
That
growth.
is so good. I love it. Now tell me about the e-commerce business because I didn't know that you had that. What is that all about? What is it?
So 6 years ago, I started an e-commerce skincare line. That was purely to add or diversify my income streams through the salon, because obviously being a solo owner, it's your max capacity of clientele. So it was to be able to add on sales, but also pick a gap in the market of seeing a lot of brands jumping online that weren't sold by beauty professionals.
Mm.
Um, so created that and sold that e-com, and then I actually closed it September last year. It just got too much. It's a full-time business in itself, as well as running the salon and then having my toddler. And I stepped away and I really missed it. I actually really missed the e-com side of business. But I've come back on a different scale and we're doing it in a pre-order, monthly order, open, shut, close, and looking at possibly doing like a wholesale to beauty salons only, so that it's salon only, just to get back that professionalism and that prescription style skincare, yeah, offering. So we've just started 2 months ago, so back running, yeah,
Wow.
bringing that in. So it's been great.
That is so smart. Like, I just love the innovative thinking of, okay, that wasn't working for me on a day-to-day level, but I love the model. The product's obviously amazing. How can you change the business to suit you? And so doing that monthly pre-order model, like so smart. And then when you think about from a beauty point of view, people pretty much do order their stuff monthly, right? So if they're used to your rhythm and they love your product, why wouldn't they jump on board?
I think the other thing is, I think we get caught up in not creating that urgency anymore. It's a
Mm,
big thing I see with e-commerce. It's like I used to work for GHD hair straighteners. We would start with 4 launches a year of the special colors, and then it was like every second month, and then no one was waiting, and the sales, decreased. So I always go back to that kind of model, and I thought, mine run off referrals of friends, and if people are willing to wait, like want it, they'll wait.
yeah.
And also it helps with cash flow because I'm not
Yeah, for
holding tens of
sure.
thousands of dollars on shelf. And I'm able to kind of, process and go through and make changes quicker. And it's picked straight back up, which was super exciting. And then being able to look at a model of maybe, not going e-com where I'm selling it outside my clientele. And I help beauty salons look at skincare that is prescription only and keep
Mm,
it more in-house, I think is really powerful because we've lost that as well. Um,
mm.
Especially in our industry being unregulated. So yeah, bringing that back kind of in-house. Yeah, so that's where we're kind of looking out for that for 2025.
That's so cool. I love it. It's so smart.